What difference is there in the Catholic religion between Lucifer and Satan? To understand this difference, we must remember how these angels, which the Catholic Church believes, have become demons, that is to say beings rebelling against God. There is first in them a deeply spiritual cause. That from the beginning, from their creation, from the revelation coming from God, from the Gospel, they have posited this cause which is called the mystery of iniquity is summed up in that. We demand the beatific vision. It means the face-to-face vision of God because it is a treasure that no one can refuse. But we demand it on our terms. Do not have humility, love, but intelligence according to the order of the nobility of intelligence. And the rebellious angels say, we do that, we demand it for the honor of God, who is the great creator of the universe all the same. When Jesus looks at this revolt of Lucifer, he says, they are liars from the beginning. Because reality is only an appearance too, the reality is that, they know very well that they will lose their place of first if God maintains his plan to base everything on humility, the most small. They know very well in particular that among the men and women who will be created, women in particular more willing, generally not necessarily in particular but in general, to humility, to love, will be Queen of Heaven, Queen Angels for eternity. And this first revolt of all these angels, they call them Lucifer, doors of light, the name of the greatest of them. A resplendent cherub who is, I will say, the leader of this army of sailboats. Symbolically too, they present themselves as dragons. We could say tyrannosaurs. It means, there is a greatness, there is a nobility in the motive of their revolt. It's not little game, it's big, and it obviously exceeds our aspirations, to us, which are often in the security, the autonomy, the valorization. All kinds of goods they despise. So the project of these demons is, if possible, to revolt the maximum of humans, perhaps all, that they choose freely with them, the revolt against God. So they think that God, maybe, will change his plans. And for this reason, like an army ranged in battle with a single leader, an army of accomplices who hate each other, but no matter, they approach the man. Initially with Adam and Eve, they will present themselves in false truth. But all the same in part of the truth. So like Lucifer, the nobility of the dragon. And that's what they say to Adam and Eve: so you cannot do anything, you have to obey. She answers, no, we can do everything, we cannot choose ourselves good and bad. God said that good and bad is humility, the love of God. And Lucifer to answer them, not at all. If he does that, it's to dominate you. He knows very well that if you choose good and evil yourself, then this famous tree of the knowledge of good and evil, your eyes will open, you will be like gods, masters of your destiny. So we see, he presents them in a false way, he tells them not that, in fact, they will die internally. But he presents them with something of the mystery of iniquity. Adam and Eve fall obviously, and after are confronted with the revolt of their sensitivity, heaps of weaknesses in them. So that in this second time the mission that will give these demons is to slip into the psychology of man, to lead them to selfishness and pride. So tempt them, on what the Bible calls dust, you will eat dust every day of your life. It means that the dragon is transformed into a snake that slips into our psychology, but also tempts us on things that he also despises: selfish money, selfish enjoyment, glory, selfish vanity, for example, be more brilliant, sellers of his company. The dust is these sensitive goods he despises. He is aiming for something more noble, the beatific vision to his idea. This role of Satan, therefore, of a serpent, who tries, who breaks our ideas instead of turning to God, he will do it throughout our lives. Hoping that at the hour of death, when the truth again appears to us in full light with the return of Christ, accompanied by saints and angels, hoping that when he will be allowed to appear to us, he will do it in the form of Lucifer. He will present us in truth, with lies of course, his alternative paradise. To know the hell which consists, says Saint Augustine, in the love of oneself. To push freely like adults. To the contempt of this God of humilitia, love of neighbor. So we see it, it will come back as a dragon, so as Lucifer it is obliged. Why? Because our freedom must be confronted with the possibility of refusing God. We cannot force. God does not force us to love Him, as He is. So we see these two roles of Lucifer as dragon in his nobility, which corresponds to his choice, and as a snake in his way of tempting us, are symbolized in writing by the dragon and the serpent. And that's why the Revelation in chapter 13 verse 15 says, "He was even given to animate the image of the beast to make it speak, and to give it back to life in such a way that all those who did not adhere to the image of the beast." Well, that indicates how at a given moment, on earth, and especially at the hour of death, the image of the beast, therefore the dragon, namely the proposal of Lucifer's direct revolt, and no longer merely secondary things, like money, will be presented to humanity.